You surround me with. You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears have gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name. I've been born again to a family. Your blood flows through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am surrounded by the arms of a Father. I am surrounded by songs of deliverance. We've been liberated from our bondage.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to this live broadcast today. My name is Christian Gong, and I welcome all of you who are joining this broadcast for your first time. And if this is your first time that you are joining this page, all we ask of you is to make sure that you like and also follow our page. In that case, you are also supporting us as we support you, and you are helping us to grow. The next thing I'm going to ask for you this evening is to make sure that you also share this post. Share to as many groups as you want. Share to your friends because this is actually going to help guys. It's going to help a lot of people. I can assure you that. And today we are going to be talking about DV Lottery 2024. We talked about this last time, and we are going to continue with the talk today because we discovered that there were still a lot of loopholes. A lot of people have been submitting their entries, and there are a lot of errors that you are making. And if you look at it very well, I did mention in my write up that every year millions of people are rejected because of errors that they commit when submitting their applications. Now, before we will go ahead to talk about reasons why your application keeps being rejected every year and what you can do better this year to make sure that you bypass that area of rejection, let me first of all acknowledge and greet some of you guys who are just joining in. Hi, Nakain. Let's know where you're watching from. We have Mariette, we have Anthony, we have Tam Larissa Co, and we have Honorine. Good evening. We have Geraldine, we have Genevieve joining in. We have Jessica. Hi, Jessica. We have Gisbert, who's watching from Yaoundé. We have Mispar, Faith. We have Shantangala. Let's know where you're watching from. Hi, Princess. Thanks for joining. Francis, watching from Cameroon. We have Full Emmanuel. Good evening. Lenita Afumbom. Hi, Lenita. We have Zita B. And then we have Miranda Nange. We have Williams. Thank you for joining. We're doing great. We have Quinta. Good evening. We have Pamela. We have Providence Windum. Thank you, Providence, for joining us today. We have you, Maxell. Thank you, Maxell. We have Bom Tio. We have Immaculate B. We have Julia. We have Elise and Kambom, Lucy Nakine. Thank you, Lucy, for joining us today. We have Peace. Okay, so a lot of people. We have Neris Bo, we have Elizabeth, we have No Justin. Um, so share, guys, share. We have Blay Mba, we have Claudette, Young Dinah, we have Meekness, Franklin, who's joining from Yaoundé, and okay, so we have a lot of people. I'm not able to read all the names right now, but let's go ahead with our live show, and then we should be able to read most of the names. And then we have Co, who is just joining in. Thank you, guys. So now we are talking about DV Lottery 2024, which was officially launched by the State Department of the United States of America on Wednesday, October 5th. That was at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Time. And this process is going to run for a period of 1 month. We have right up to November 8th. This is how it runs, and there are phases that we have to look at where your entries will be selected. I did make a post today to let you guys understand that rushing in to submit your application for DV lottery is not the ideal thing that you should do. What you need to do is to make sure that you are blocking all those loopholes that will cause your application to be rejected. United States of America is not like, I mean, this is, we are talking about a country that is top notch in technology all over the world. A country that you cannot do anything and they don't dictate. I mean, you can joke with the United States in any way you want, but when it comes to technology, you don't joke with this country because they have machinery that is being put in place to make sure that the rules that they put in place are being respected. This is the reason why you keep on submitting your application every year. You have been submitting your application for more than 10 years. But each time you submit it, you are like you are always being rejected. Yes, we know that it is first of all luck before you are selected. But most people who are lucky are not being selected because of the fact that you send in your application with a lot of errors. So first, let's talk about the picture, which is the first thing that we need to know. Like I said, I have received um, applications, or I've received pictures and information from a lot of people, and I decided not to submit the entry. So if you see there are some of you that you send in your applications that have not submitted, I ask you to go and check your picture again, or maybe one reason or the other. And this is because when we take this application and submitting your application and the application being accepted does not mean that you have been accepted for the lottery. There are times that you will actually sit and you feel that you played or you participated in the DV lottery, but in that is in your mind because actually you never participated. This is because your application will not even reach where those applications are going to. Like the machine is being programmed in stages. There is a stage for rejection, and there will be a stage for there's a process that goes through. Like some applications go through the rejection process, and then some will go through the selection process. So just even before your application is being allowed to go through the selection process, some of you are being rejected just from square one. Now let's talk about the picture and you see what I'm trying to talk about. I will use an example. I think I'm really going to use my junior brother's picture as an example, so that I should not use any other person's picture and the person just goes and sue me that no, you are not supposed to present my picture. I'm just going to show an example where you will see a full passport size photo and you feel that you have submitted your entry, but it will be rejected. The United States of America has a website. First, I will go to the US website where you check your passport to make sure that it has been accepted or not. So this is the, let me share my screen so that I can show you this website. You see what I am talking about here. So this will be passport tool. Okay, now let's get to passport tool. And then I will go, for example. So this is the US website where they call the passport tool. Now, I will take, for example, a passport that you submitted for me to submit your entry and let you understand why your entry will not be accepted if we go ahead and submit that and submit your application. Now, when you look here, for instance, they're showing samples of passport, and for you to even know whether your passport has met even one of the criteria that they use to select, you come here. There is a place here where you see photo tool. Now let me know whether you are seeing are you seeing my screen? Let me put it go to the comment section and check if you are seeing. Are you able to see the screen? If you are seeing what I'm sharing on the screen, just go ahead and comment. Okay, let me make sure that I am showing you something that you are seeing, because sometimes with this technology too, I might be showing you the screen and you are not actually seeing. Okay, good. Now this is the website, and if you look very well, you'll see where here they have said this is an example. I will submit a passport here, and you'll see where the passport will be rejected automatically. So let me go ahead and take a full size passport that you will normally snap in a studio, and then I will show you. So I'm going to go here. I'll click choose passport. I'll go into my photos and I'll take one of the passports that was submitted to me. And then now you see, this is a passport size photograph. And then the website automatically says if your photo has been rejected. The photo has been rejected because it does not even, first of all, meet one of the requirements of the US passport that they want, the government wants. This website, if you see very well here, top left, they call it state.gov. I mean, travel.state.gov. This is a US website that makes you to know that whether the passport that you are even submitting can even pass through their machines. It will not even pass through their machines because the passport is not meeting requirements. Now, let's understand, when you finally go on and submit this passport, what do you expect? The machine will reject your application because the passport that you are submitting has been rejected. Now, this is just one of the steps. It does not mean that even the passport that you put in and it is accepted will be accepted by the US DV lottery machines. Some of the passports that you put will be accepted and it will pass through this test, but it will not pass through the final test. I will go ahead and let you know why the passport will not pass through the final test, but this first test will not be accepted. Now, let me go again and show you what we do with these passports to make sure that they are accepted, or what you can be able to do. It's just that sometimes most of these softwares, you have to pay for them. Okay, so now this passport has been rejected. I will go ahead and then let you know where they work on your passport to make sure that it is accepted if it is not. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and then I will go to another screen to show you the same passport and how it's going to pass the test. So now let me go back to here and then show you a sample of what you need to see. Okay, so I'll go again and share. Oh, okay, so I'm not supposed to take this. Now let's go and share. I'll present another screen to you. And this screen here is normally supposed to be the one that I will work on the passport. So this will be passport photo screen. All right, let's see here. And then I will choose this screen. Now you'll see samples of, this is what they say source and then result. Now Let me check here and see. Okay, good. You are seeing what I'm seeing. Now I will go back and then make this passport and then upload it to where they will finally work on, and which is here. They will say choose photo to continue, and then I will choose the same photo which I did choose the other time and then put it here. And you see how they're processing the photo. If you look here, you see how the screen is loading and they show that photo is being processed. So now they're trying to process this photo to make sure that it is meeting the requirements. And the requirements here are being selected. You see the requirements. Okay, anyway, that went too fast. I wanted to show you something, but it went too fast. However, when you come here, you will see country, United States. That will be on your right. They show country, United States. Document type will be passport. And then passport picture size is width 2 inches, which is supposed to be 2 by 2, and height is 2 inches. And then the image here, you see still on the right, where you see some writings, they will say image definition parameters, which is head height. The head has its height. Like you see on the screen, there are lines that are being shown, drawn. Because if your picture does not enter that software, that shows that there is a line, the line that passes through your eyes, this line must be able to pass through your eyes, and then you see there's another line that needs to pass through directly on your head. It does not need to touch your head, because if we measure it and this line touches your head, your picture will be rejected. Now, if this line that passes through your eyes does not pass through your eyes, the picture will be rejected. And then when you look very well here, you see the measurements, which shows 2 inches, and then on the right it shows the distance between your chin, which is the line that shows that there is a distance that's being measured between your chin and your and where the passport ends below your chest or on your chest, which is supposed to be 1.1 1.18 inches. Well, I'm just showing you all these things for example, but you're not even supposed to know more of this because that is not your what you are supposed to be doing mostly. But you have to make sure that you understand that the picture that you are putting in matters. And I'm making you to understand why most of you have been sending pictures, and sometimes I keep rejecting and asking you to I ask you to send back a picture, because most of the pictures that you send, even when I am trying to work on the pictures, it does not still go. So you see, this is what I'm trying to talk about. So that is a picture, and now it shows that this picture has finally met the requirements that they want. This is just one of the requirements, guys. It's just one of the requirements, because there are a lot of requirements that the picture has to meet. Now, this picture is what they call resolution. This, look at the resolution. I don't know. Let me see if you have seen it here. Oh, good. Now, on the right here, you will see what they call resolution. Okay, let me go back. Don't know if I pushed what I'm supposed to push here. No, 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 no. Okay, now you see resolution, and then they ask whether this picture is the picture suitable for online submission. It says yes, because the picture first of all has to be suitable. There are some pictures that are not suitable for online submission. Some pictures may really be passport size photos and they're okay, they meet the requirements, but the question you asking yourself is that picture suitable for online submission? And then now the background color is supposed to be white, and if you look here you will understand, you will see here, just if beside the background color where it shows a white box, which means that the background color is supposed to be white. Now, if you click on this link that I'm showing here, it will take you to the link of the official requirements that you need to have. But right now, already list the requirements of your picture. So most of millions of applications every year, I mean, more than 5 million people are being rejected just because of the picture. Now, the reason why are we putting so much interest and then trying to educate you to go through this step? This is because a lot of people are showing interest in playing the DV lottery this year, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't get to do it right. And as long as you don't get to do it right, you keep on being rejected. And when your application keeps on being rejected, that is when you have to cry every day. A lot of people were supposed to have won the lottery today. A lot of people are supposed to have been in the United States. You are supposed to have been living your dream. Unfortunately, you couldn't get here because you keep on making a mistake. I'm talking to you because I have made this mistake all of my life as well. This is a mistake I kept making, and I didn't know until I had to go for a lot of research to understand what was really going on. before I really discovered that this is the error that we keep on having. So your picture needs to meet the requirement. Now I will stop sharing my screen and talk to you about still the picture requirement. The second thing that you need to know about the picture requirement is about photo effects. Photo effects. The US government, like I say, is using a wonderful technology when it comes to photo. Now, when you take your photo and there is any the photo needs to be as clear as possible. Not that you need to use a sophisticated camera or whatsoever. No, that is not what I'm talking about. Your picture needs to be first of all pass that requirement. Don't make any effects on your picture, like trying to change the color, try to make your picture to be shining or to be clean. No, you don't have to do that. If I ask you to snap your picture on your camera on your phone and send it to me, just simply take that phone, no matter even if you are using your itel phone, take it to that background, snap it and send it. Doesn't matter how clean the picture is, how shiny your picture is, does not matter. That is not what we are looking at. We are looking at a natural picture to be as natural as possible. This is what you need to do. Secondly, that picture needs to, we call it a digital picture, and that picture, that any passport that you take has a signature on it. I've had people try to reach out to me and they're asking questions, like they say, some of them say that when somebody submits um, information for me to play maybe with the family, I'm like, where is the picture of your husband, or where's the picture of your child? And the person will be like, no, I'm not able to see my child right now because he lives somewhere in one village at a condo city and there is no network, but I have a picture of my child that I snapped last year. Can I be able to use that picture? I said, no, you cannot. That picture has a signature. Each picture that you see, you cannot see it, but each picture has a signature. And immediately they put that picture in the machine. The picture shows when it was taken. And when that picture shows when it was taken, the machine, for as long as the machine has already set a criteria to let you know that this picture, any picture that comes in beyond 6 months will be automatically rejected. So if you submit, if I ask you to send a picture and I tell you, please send me a picture that was taken just 6 months, not more than 6 months ago, and you take a picture and send to me that you took 6 months, 3 days ago, that picture, I will submit it, right? Because the system will accept. They will not refuse me from submitting that picture, but it will not pass through that stage, that required stage. It will not meet that stage where the selection is being done and the picture will be rejected. So make sure that you are respecting the date when sending in your picture, and then also make sure that your picture is not, you are not adding any effects to your picture. Secondly, I'm going to use another, I forgot to show something here. Let me go to photo tool. I don't know if I still get that again. Oh Lord. I wanted to show you something about on photo tools. This will not work. Ugh. Okay. I will, let me get to that. I will check that one. I will show you something again when it comes to posture, because that one too also matters a lot. So let's go to um let me pull up the website really quick. Mm. Yeah, so this is very important. I want to emphasize so much on the picture so that so to you know what it means when we are talking about picture and the reason why your picture is very important. Okay, so all right, good. I will share this other screen and then show you what I'm trying to talk about. Let me present another screen to you. I'm still talking about picture. Like I told people, it is better not to submit that application. Don't hurry and submit the application and do the right thing. And this is why I decided to create time today so that I can be able to explain to you if I haven't yet submitted. I've submitted more than 60 entries already and I stopped some of them. If I was just submitting, I could have submitted more than 100 now, but I've rejected more than 50. Like I told you, I'm not submitting this entry. It's not me to submit it. I cannot do that because I'm doing this with a lot of conscience. I'm not taking any money from you to do this, which means that I'm doing it because I want to help you. I'm not doing it because I want to help myself. I'm doing it because I want to help you. And if I want to help you, I should be sincere enough and make sure that I'm giving you the best help that I can give. Now, if I cannot help you, I cannot destroy you. I'll just let you be. So now, if you send your application for me to submit and I cannot submit it, if I see that submitting it is not helping you, I will not do that because I will instead harm you. So I just simply tell you that no, this picture does not meet the requirement. Please, can you submit another picture? I tell you that this information is needed. Please, are you able to submit it? And if you don't submit it, it's fine. I cannot submit your application. And guys, you have to know that this is a lot of work. If someone is helping you to do this, it's a lot of sacrifice. I sit at work sometimes and I'm working between two computers. I'm having to do my work and I'm having to work on your submission again at the same time. And this is really weighing down on me. I'm like praying that August, whether it's November 8th, should come as fast as possible so that I should be able, I will be like I'm going on vacation because I have dedicated myself, I've dedicated my everything to help you throughout this process until the submission is being done and to be able to follow up with you if you get to be selected. But now the most important thing that we need to do now is that first step to make sure that we are doing what is right. Okay, now let's go to the. Let me show you something about the pictures that I'm talking about. So I'll go to US Photos. I will share this website with you again. And now, so this is what you see on my screen. If you see a picture with a blue tick, it means that the picture has been selected. The picture has been accepted. Now, why is this picture accepted? This picture is accepted because the guy is standing in an upright position. There is no shadow. You don't need to have any shadow, no shadow at your background. There should be no shadow. Sometimes we have to work a lot trying to remove this, but I don't actually have that time to do all this. But you see that there is a shadow. There is no shadow at the background of the picture. And then the picture does not have any effect. It is just a picture taken on a neutral background. So that picture is already accepted because there is nothing like shadows. Your picture do not need to have shadows. Your head need to be straight as possible. I mean, you know how plank they know your head just will be like plank. It has to stand like plank. You are standing at attention to make sure that you are being seen. You are like there is nothing that you are hiding. The machine looks at all these things, and if you see, I did show you some lines. Those lines, there are measurements from your left ear to the other side of the picture. There is a measurement. From your right ear to the other side of the picture, there is a measurement. Top, there is a all around you. There are measurements. These are measured in centimeters. And if each you fail each measurement, your picture has failed the test. It will not go through. Now, I understand that a lot of people need money this time, and that is why they run. When it reaches this time, you see people open up a lot of online businesses that they want to submit. They submit, you go and pay, and they submit your requirement. And most people don't even know what they are doing. A lot of people know, but still, most don't know. There are people that just do it and submit, and when it is accepted, they go away. Now, this is one of the reasons why I decided to take up this time, do my best, and make sure that I help those that I can be able to help. And I cannot help everybody, but I am trying to do this video so that you should learn from this video and help yourself. This is why, because a lot of people will send in their application all for us to help, but we can't help everybody. But by teaching you, you can help yourself and then you help other people. And this is the essence of this video today if you are watching. I will not delete the video. I will leave it here even after the live show for those who are just coming in to be able to tune in and watch and then learn from the video. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you a sample. Now, look at your screen. You will see that there are some pictures now that are having X like this. You have 4 pictures on your screen, which I'm showing to you right now. And these 4 pictures, only 2 of them are having a red, are having a blue check. Now, the first picture you see on you when you are looking at the first picture, which has a blue check, that picture does not have any issues. It is clean on a white background. The second picture, you look at it, that is not a white background. You look at it, you feel it's a white background, but that picture, the background has effects and which has stopped the picture from being read. The machine cannot read that picture. Now, please, let me tell you something. The reason why the US government emphasizes on this picture is because it's not a human being that is selecting you. It is a software that has been trained to select, and that software you know what? The US immigration, in particular, immigration, I have been in this country and I've talked with immigration with robot machines, but the US immigration system is the strongest in this country. That is the strongest. The US does not joke when it comes to immigration. There are times that I call in the immigration and I have to speak only with that robot machine and it solves your problem. It is, you don't speak with a human being, you speak only with the machine and the machine understands you, solve your problem, and you go away. Now I know that a lot of systems in this country that have been built that way, but the machines have not been as trained as the US immigration machine, because that particular robot knows a lot of things, unlike other machines that just, you just speak about 2 or 3 words and they transfer you to a customer service representative. But with the US immigration robot machine, the machine knows a lot, and this is how the immigration of this country has been built. Now, with this robot, you talk to the robot knows everything. Now, it is the same way the robot that has been trained to select candidates for the DV lottery at the Kentucky Consular Services in the United States does. That machine has instructions that have been built into that machine. And when you fail one instruction, there is no way that you can negotiate with the machine. No being a human being, no, you can't talk say, pa, you know, saying that just that shadow, that small shadow. So no, just consider me my pass. Or maybe some person go just look and say, oh no, this man, so he be try yeah, now only say he open his mouth small, just leave, and so maybe one go. Now machine, it's a machine that we are talking about. This machine will not listen to that. So this machine knows that this is what I want, and if it is not meeting standards, the machine rejects your application and moves over to the next step. That machine has something in particular it's looking for. Now, if you look at this picture, for example, now it has been said that, like the second picture, that the machine should only take a picture that is on a white background. Immediately, the machine sees this second picture with a guy who has a black T-shirt and a bow head. The machine says that no, this picture is not the white background. You will not come to justify that. No, it was a white background. It's just that I did not stand well or in the sun. No, you will not be there to justify that. The machine has already seen. The machine it is selecting millions of people now, before 2020, before 2020, like in 2019, over 16 million people used to submit their applications for DV lottery. And it stopped during when Trump came up with the passport requirement issue. A lot of people could not submit, and that is why you saw applications being dropped to about applications were being dropped right down to 11 million. I think there was a time where only 6 million or 8 million people submit. I'm going to do those findings. I think last year they did not submit up to 10 million because of this passport requirement issue. Now, this machine has a lot of work that it is doing, and you will not tell the machine what to do. So, when you are doing your part, do it best. You say that no, God is not blessing you, God is not helping you to pass it, or you are not lucky, but God cannot help you when you are not helping yourself. God help those who help themselves. You have what you can be able to do in the physical, and God will do what He can do in the spiritual. Let's stop believing in miracles like you will not even play or you will do anything and God will bless you and you pass the lottery. There is no God like that. God does not work that way. God will only help those who have done their best. Now, the third picture that you see here, you see that this guy has used photo effects. You understand? Now, when you look at that picture, you see that picture is blurry. There are pictures that may be blurry because of your camera. That one will be understood, and the machine knows about those ones. The camera will not matter. But this picture shows that the guy snapped it. It's either he used something to change the color of the photo. And if you do this, the picture is rejected. You understand? All these pictures are having the same sizes. And when you submit this picture into the machine, the picture will pass the first test. I talked about the first test, which is the size of your passport. It is the size of your passport. It has size, and then it has the what we call how do they call it? I am mathematics. We never used to be very good friends. It's not that I fail maths, so I did not fail maths. I passed it. Man, no talk so when I start laughing. Me say that means I no be no no. I passed the maths. Those that we are not very good friends. Okay, so guys, now this is what we are talking about. The photo effects is the second section that you need to be very much aware of. So this third picture is rejected because of photo effects. Now the fourth picture has been accepted. Then the third picture, if you look at the guy on the third picture, you see that the guy's shadow is showing one side of the face is showing a shadow. That's why the picture has been rejected, because of that shadow on the face. There is supposed to be no shadow. Your face is supposed to be as clear as this guy's picture on the first picture. So this is what you need to know. The picture needs to be as clear as possible. I think I've talked so much about picture. I'm going to end talking about pictures right here. Somebody said my teacher died. Bibian, are you sure about what you're saying? If my math teacher catch you, you go explain. I used to be a very good math teacher until I don't know what happened. So yeah, so we have talked about the photo requirements. Let me stop sharing my screen now. All right, so now I don't know if you have any questions about photos, or I will just go ahead and explain a few things. I have some questions that some people ask me, and I will answer those questions here today. If I don't answer your question, you have it, you can still drop it at the comment section. And if you are watching this live video after this and I did not answer your question, maybe you can still feel free to inbox the question. But it's just that sometimes it's very difficult for me to reply inbox, but just inbox it. It is just good to write and receive no response than not to write at all. Yes, Honorine is asking whether the kids too will snap on that same background. Yes, the kids will snap on the same background. If they don't snap on that background, the application will be rejected. When you open your DV Lottery application online to play, the first section that comes out is asking for your personal information. And when you submit this personal information, and then it goes to that place where the next step that pops up is asking for your picture. And when you submit this picture, the picture is immediately uploaded in their website and attached to the first information that you gave, which is the most important information about your name. Is your name and then your date of birth. Because this information is not something you can make a mistake with any other information in your application, but the picture, your name, and your date of birth, you don't no mistakes with that one. You need to be very careful, because this is what will show, especially your first and last name. And then I'll also talk about the first and last name issue as this live video progresses today. The first and last name issue is very important. If you make a mistake with that one, that might also be serious trouble for you, because they might say that you were not the one. How do I submit my information to you? I sent if I think this is Miss Perfect. I don't know. So if you are one of those that I selected to send in the information, there was a link in that post that I made. If you click that link, it will take you directly to our WhatsApp, and there you will be able to submit the information, or you will see the email address that I also put in. You can still submit it using the email address, but make sure that you are reading that information. When you come inbox and ask for that information, it's very always difficult to respond. And now Elizabeth said, please, are we supposed to take the photo with our phone camera, or how? You can take it with your phone. There's no problem. You can take the photo with your phone. You can take it now. With the photo, don't crop your photo. Don't crop it. If they ask you to, now when you look at the picture, what I was trying to show, this is something that I really wanted to talk about today before I forget. What I was trying to show in the picture, you see that there are measurements to that picture. Now, if I ask you to take your picture, stand on a white background and just snap a half picture. Don't go and try to snap a passport photo. No, I'm the one to work on the picture, not you. And when you are snapping this picture, make sure that you are leaving enough space on your head. Leave enough space on your left, leave enough space on your right, and then enough space below you. Now there should be enough space all around, because when you leave this space, I am able to have a software that I'm using, and I purchased this software specifically for this program. So that is going to work with me for 1 month, because by the 8th of November, as the program is ending, I'm going to be dropping that software, so that I should not be able to pay it again. So you have to understand that if I'm asking for your picture, if you are here and you're one of the persons that ask for your picture, don't crop a picture before you send to me, and don't go so much close to your camera. Just sit normally, like ask somebody, and don't take a selfie. No selfie, please. Have somebody snap you, and make sure that your background is as clear as possible. There are no shadows, there is nothing. Sit, take the picture, and then just send the picture to me, and then I will do what I'm doing with it. So you don't have to work on that picture. It's not your job. If you work on it, it will never do anything. When I put it, there are some pictures that I even try working on them, and they still reject those pictures, because you have already tried working on them on your own. So don't do that. Just snap your picture and then send to me. I will do the job for you. Are we supposed to take the picture? Okay, answer that. Okay, says, so could it be possible? So could it be possible you take a photo from the studio and send? Yeah, you can take a picture from the studio and send. That is okay. When you take a picture, most of like the picture I just showed to you, the guy still took it from the studio, sent to me. It was still rejected, so I have to work on it. Most of the pictures I even go to the studio and take them and send, they still don't meet the requirement. But it's good when you take from the studio. Sometimes the person uses a very clean white background. If you don't have one, the person will make it very clear. Maybe your camera is not good enough, send it to me, or send or get to the person playing it for you, and the person will be able to help you submit the entry. And then another question here, let me see. I'm not okay, please. So send us the exact link where to, to scan website being done. Now you have to just it is I don't I will not like I mean anyway I will try after this live show see if I can get the link to send you, but you can just go website to Google and then you type US passport photos. When you type US passport photos, and then it will take you to, you will see links that will open up. Another one will be state.gov, travel.state.gov, then slash gov, sorry. And then on that website, you will click on that one that will take you to the government website. It will give you specific dimensions for the US passport photos that we are looking at. Now, somebody says, are we supposed to snap with earrings? No, yeah, you don't have a problem snapping with your earrings. That one, there's no issue, but you don't have to use eyeglasses. You don't have to cover something on your head unless you are a Muslim. So Muslims are allowed to cover themselves, but if you are not a Muslim, you are not supposed to cover yourself. And I always say that for us to be very clear about it, if you doubt whether you are a Muslim or not, don't cover your head. It is preferable not to cover yourself than to cover yourself thinking that you are a Muslim and then get rejected. So don't cover yourself if you don't exactly know what you are doing. So it is not something that you should be doing. I usually get confused about first and last name. Yes, a lot of people get confused about this first and last name issue, and I tried really talking about it last time. So we have to talk about first and last name again. And please, if you don't know your first and last name and you are submitting your application to me, submit it and submit a copy of your ID card or your birth certificate. I will be able to figure out which one is your first and last name. Now, in most cases, 99% of people, your first name is your father's name, and your first name is that name sorry, I'm sorry. Your last name is your father's name, and your last name is that name that instead appears first for us in Cameroon. That is the truth. In Cameroon, your last name is instead the name that you have as your first name in Cameroon that appears for you first is instead your last name, because that is your father's name. For example, when you look at your ID card and your name is like, let's say your name is Cha Eric. If your name is Cha Eric, and then you will see at your in your ID card, or let's say Cha Eric Jam, for instance. If your name is Cha Eric Jam, and you look at your ID card, first you will see Cha, second you will see Eric, and third you will see Jam, which means that Cha is your last name, Eric is your first name, and Jam is your middle name. That means that when they rearrange your name now, your name will appear as Eric Jam Cha, not Cha Eric Jam again. It will appear as Eric Jam Cha. That means now that last name is your dad's name, your father's name, and it will always go last. Last name is family name. So they call it I don't know if they call it short name. Yes. Then in French, in most of us in Cameroon, they usually just call it like their first name. They call it prenom. In mostly, I think that is how it appears mostly on our birth certificate, on our ID cards. They call it prenom, like in French. That is your first name, and then the other one surname will be your last name. Okay, let me check something. Let me see if I have my any Cameroon ID card here or something that I can get my Cameroon names on it. It will be very easy. Hope I don't think I have one. I don't have one. But if I look at, I don't have I don't have one here. Yeah, I don't have one here. I only have the one that has a US document, which will show, like, yeah, surname, your surname. Like I have on my US document, when it shows surname should be your first name, your last name, which is the name that usually appear first, and then we have given names is your Christian name, which is your first name. That's what they call your given name. So your given names is usually your last name and your Christian name. what we call baptism name. That is your baptism name will be your first name, and then the other name which is given by your parents is your middle name. So your father's name should be your last name. Now there are some exceptions where you have your child and you make a mistake, or they make a mistake and your name is not the child's last name. So if you are that person and your name does not begin with your father's name, if your name begins with your father's name, just know that is your last name, and the second name after your father's name is your middle, your first name, and then the last name that appears is will be your middle name. If your first name on your ID card or your birth certificate is your father's name. But if it is not your father's name, that is where you have to start contacting me to see what your last name should be like. Yeah, Jimia Williams said that she took her picture with her phone. Yeah, that is okay. That's fine. To know that you are playing the right lottery, you need to fill in some documents, and what are some of the questions they usually ask so that we can know the fake dog. Yes, and then that is it. Another person was asking me for an email. When you if you feel if you play lottery and you receive an email, know that that is fake. You have not played lottery. Go back again. There are some websites that are scam. You play it and they will send you an email, and sometimes they'll start asking you follow-up questions and asking for money. There is no website where you play lottery. The US government does not send emails. Note that, please. We put your email in your application, but you will never receive an email for that. That email is for future use and not for you to receive any result. Now, and for you to play the lottery, you on that website you will go to, normally if you have ever played before, you will go to the same website where you usually check your entry or your status to see if you won or not. And on that website there will be another place where you will see DV Lottery 2024, and it will say begin entry. You will click on that begin entry, and that's when they start asking for information. Basically, the first information that they will ask for will be your first and last name. They will ask for your date of birth. They will ask for where you were born, then ask for your picture, ask for country of eligibility. Your country of eligibility is the country where you were born in, to see if that country is eligible to play DV lottery. Like if you are from Nigeria and you choose Nigeria as a country of eligibility, your submission will be rejected because Nigerians are not being accepted. That's, for example, you are from Mexico, you are from UK, you are from Honduras, you are from Costa Rica, you are from Nicaragua. All these countries, most of them, there are hundreds of countries that are not accepted to play the DV lottery. That is where country of eligibility comes in. And now, the another question that will come up, they will ask you if you are married. You will choose yes, you are married. Immediately you choose yes, you are married, it will generate you to another. They will ask you again whether you have children. When you say yes, you have children, they will ask the number of children you state them. It will take you to two places now. After you close the first page, it takes you to the second page where they will ask for information of your husband. And then, because that machine is being trained to understand, the machine follow processes, because if you tell the machine that you are married, the machine must ask for your husband's information. So if you are married and you don't want to play with your family, you don't want to play with your husband, or you don't want to play with your kids, you can never accept that you are married, because immediately you accept that you are married, you must accept that, provide that information. If you don't provide that information, your entry will not be accepted. You will not move ahead. You'll not even be allowed to go further. Now, they will ask for information of your children. If you say that you have children, they will ask for the information, and be reminded, be advised that the information that you provide for you provide for yourself, or the passport picture that you provide for yourself, you need to provide that same quality of passport size photo for your kids or your husband. It does not mean that because they are playing under you, you need to submit any type of a passport. They need to have a passport photo that meets requirements, because if one of the passport photos does not meet the requirement, the entire application will be rejected. And now, third thing, when you are playing with your husband, if you are married and you have a husband and you don't play with the husband, it is okay. If you are married and you have a wife and you don't play with the wife, it is okay. There is no problem. But if you have children who are below 21 years and you don't play with those children, there is a problem. Now, let me tell you why. Your husband is above 21 years, your wife is above 21 years, and you people all make decisions of yourself. When you win the lottery, there will be and in your application you will indicate that you are married, and they will ask you why did you not play with your spouse. It is clear that it was personal decision. Your spouse made the decision not to play with you. That is it. So now they will not penalize you. But if you have kids that are below 21 years and you don't play, you don't indicate that you have those kids. When you win the lottery, you cannot still indicate that you have the kids. Because if you win lottery and you want to fill the application to travel and come, you go to the embassy and start filling that I have kids. They ask you, why did you not submit the kids in your application? You are being penalized for that because it shows that you are trying to dupe the government. So if you have kids and you don't play with the kids, it's fine. There are some situations that we understand. There are some people that will not have access to the children. There are some people that will not be able to get photos for their children. But be advised that when you win the lottery, if God helps you and you win the lottery by chance this year, next year, and then you should be aware that you are not going to include those children in your application. If you are listening to me today and you were selected for DV Lottery 2023, or you finally end up being selected for DV Lottery 2024, and you don't know what you are supposed to do, you are afraid that you are going to make some mistakes, get to me and I will be able to help you free of charge. I'm not charging people for anything. I'm helping you as I'm able to help. Now, again, we have this year, for instance, they are taking 55,000 people all over the world, because usually they usually take 50,000. Now they're taking 55,000. And among these 55,000 that the government plans to take, they are going to select but 110,000 people. Why are they selecting 110,000 people? They're selecting 110,000 people because they already know that most of the people who will finally pass the selection process will fail in one thing or the other. They will not be able to travel. Do you know why you will fail? You will fail because, first of all, you lied in your application that you did not have children while you had, and then you don't have any, and then you are showing them that you have children. Secondly, you will fail because the country that you choose for your country of eligibility was not right. That was not your country. That's why I say there is a difference between your country of eligibility and your country of nationality. Don't confuse between your country of eligibility, country of nationality, or country of citizenship. You have to be aware. So you will fail. You will not travel even though you win the lottery. There are people that win and they don't still travel because of this reason. You win the lottery and you not travel because you lied about your age. You win the lottery and you not travel because you lied that you were married when you were not. There are reasons. There are a lot of things that people will lie. That is why the government selects 110,000 people to make sure that when they finally reject other people, you will still be they will still be able to get the 55,000 people that they want. That is the reason. Now, do you know why nobody has ever told you why you have not been selected? When you play the lottery and you will come to check in May, because the results will generally be available online on May 7th, 2023. Normally the selection will start, they will usually do the selection in March. In March 2023, they will do the selection, but the machine that is working on the selection at the Kentucky Consular Services Center will do this selection in March. And when they do it in March, the results will be present available online on May 7th. That is when the results will be available for you to see. But before that, the results have not long be online, and they're still working to see what they will do to put them live. When you go online to check your result, you will see things like selected, you have been selected to continue or processing, or you have not been selected. Nobody tells you that you have not been selected because your picture did not meet requirement. Nobody tells you that you have not been selected because your information that you put in was wrong. Nobody tells you that you have not been selected for this so and so reason, but there is a reason why you have not been selected. Now, they will not tell you this reason because the fact that you are even not being selected is helping the job. There, no one wants to tell you. It is helping the job. Nobody will be telling you, teaching you that you will not be so that next year you should come and do what you did not do right this year, right? Nobody will tell you. The machine will not have that time to be going and tell you that no, this is the reason why. There are a lot of reasons, millions of reasons why people are always rejected every year. So the machine just simply tells you you have not been selected. Like the machine is so rude, right? But that is how it's supposed to be. When I used to play lottery in those years, like I played lottery and I used to come and when I tune in, immediately when I go into the website, that's how my heart is beating. And I check, they say not selected for further processing. Oh, wow. They just said not selected. No one will tell you why you have not been selected. So you have to know it is your place to know why you have not been selected. Let me tell you something, guys. No matter how fast you move, you can never reach your destination if you don't know where you are going to. You have to, first of all, determine your destination. Speed is unnecessary in a journey where destination is unknown. Know where you are going to and what it takes to go where you are going to. If you are not having what is necessary to play the lottery, don't play it. Allow it. Build yourself and do it when you are able to do it. Yeah, because if you want to go for a war, for a battle, and you are not having you have not armed yourself for that battle, you are going to lose. It is better to take enough time, arm yourself, go for the battle and win. Don't go in and submit the law just because it is free. Let me tell you, if they had said that to submit your entry for DV lottery, it is $5,000. Let me say 3 million. That everybody submitting 3 million. You will see how people will be winning. Why? Because people will take their time. They know that they have invested money on this thing. They will take their time and they will do everything. They will learn. Like this video that I'm making today, a lot of people will not be here to listen because they know that even if I fail, how much I just did it for free. I just submitted the entry for free. Like that is it. But you are lying to yourself. These are lies that we keep telling ourselves every year that no, even if I fail the lottery, that is nothing. Let me, as soon as you play it, you have engaged your mind into something. Even if you know that you will not win, but you keep on thinking about it, saying that no, you make your programs or your plans that you're basing yourself on me. That if I pass the DV lottery, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. It's not like you will just say, no, I just played the thing self master. Even I know I want be me. These are lies that we tell ourselves every day. No matter what you do, you have your attention based on what you have done, because you know that these are your future plans. You are planning for that lottery in the months ahead. So to do this, make sure that you are doing what you have to do at your best to win, if you can be able to. And if you don't win, you will not have to kill yourself, because you know that you did your best what you could do. Not everybody, first of all, we are talking about 55,000 people out of millions, so it's not, first of all, easy. But you have to know that it is very painful if you know that you were supposed to do something and you did not do the right thing, and you are failing, not because you could fail, but you are failing because you failed to do the right thing. Please, what about a picture that was snapped in a studio and sent to my phone? That does not have a problem. That is okay. Thank you for this. I was already thinking of how I'm going to pay for my passport and that of kids. Yeah, you don't need to pay. You don't need to bother yourself and pay. I've been telling people, don't waste your money saying that you want to go and pay for passport if you don't have the money. If you have it, go and pay it and they take you a clean passport picture. If you don't have a good phone, when you have a good phone, look for a very nice background, white background. Stand there, snap the thing, and then that's okay. That will be okay. And then you beg somebody who can play for you. That's fine. So say got no light in my area. So long as you don't have light in your area, where I share on me. What if the picture is taken on any background and then change the background to a white one? Will there be problem? Yes, there will be a very big problem. There will be that means you have already put effects on that picture. You are not supposed to do background remover. Don't. That is another mistake that people do, Eugene. Don't take a picture, remove the background. That is not a white background. You don't have a background on that picture. The machine will not be able to read your picture because there is no background. When you receive the background, you receive the digital signature of your picture, because the digital picture signature that comes with your picture is on that background. It reflects on the background. So when you remove the background, you remove that signature. Your picture is not signed, so that you already failed. And then another thing is that if you are listening to this video today, and guys, you have already submitted your application and you feel that you made a mistake, please don't submit another one again. Some people will listen to this video and they will be like, no, I did a mistake, I made a mistake. I tried to come up earlier so that many mistakes should not be made. But if you have already submitted your application, it is better not to submit another one. Another ground of disqualification is when you submit two applications. When you submit it, you are automatically disqualified. Don't submit two. So if you submitted one already and then you listen to this video, don't submit another one. The only reason why you can submit two applications is if you are married. Your husband can submit one and put you as the wife, and then you submit one and put your husband as your spouse. That is okay. You can submit two applications. That's what people even do to increase their chances. Your husband will submit, and then you submit. You people will play twice when you are married. But if you are not married, and now again, if you are not married and you have your fiance or somebody that you think that you plan to get married to, go ahead. You can submit as your wife. That is fine. When you bring your marriage certificate, even if you make the marriage certificate when the results are already out, though, you will be allowed. It is clear you can travel. So don't be afraid that no, because I'm not married, I don't have a marriage certificate, I'm not going to submit with my wife or with my husband. No, you can submit it if you know that that is the person that you plan to get married to. Secondly, if you plan to make any changes on your documents, for example, if your child was born on the 5th of January 1991 and you want to change that child's birth certificate to 5th of January 1990, go ahead, submit the application and put that the child was born on the 5th of January 1990, even though you don't have that birth certificate. But know that when it will be time for the child to travel, you need to provide a birth certificate with the child's date of birth as 5th of January 1990. That is the date that you put on the application. That is okay. You can put any date that you want. You can put any name that you want. If you want to change your child's name from Erica to Mariana or whatsoever, put it on the application. You can anticipate information and put when you are submitting your application. This is because when you are submitting this application, nobody asks you for like for any documents. For instance, you don't have advanced level, but you are sure that before 2023, when you'll be doing the processing, you must have had advanced level. On that paper, you can indicate that you have advanced level. That is fine. Then you write your advanced level, have it, and the time you are traveling, you present the advanced level. That is okay. You must not have anything right now, but the thing is that you should be rest assured that what you are putting in that application, it will be available by the time that you are traveling. Thank you, Luis. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then Miranda says, please put me on the list of the WhatsApp link. I'm going to create a WhatsApp. I'll create a WhatsApp group. Not. I think I've been thinking of doing that these days, and I keep forgetting. I've not yet created any WhatsApp group, Miranda, but I wanted to create a WhatsApp group where all of us who are playing the lottery, we should be in the WhatsApp group. We can ask questions, and then even when we play it, by the time results are coming up next year, those who have won, they will be there. We can be able to help them to see how we can, assist them to go through with their processing and whatsoever. Yeah, this can actually help a lot of people. So I'm planning to help create that WhatsApp group. I just keep forgetting, but I'm going to do it one of these days so that we can get a lot of you included. You can just send the link, and anyone, it will be free, open. Just make it open, whether we are submitting your entry for you or not. We'll just put it open. Anyone that wants to enter, you come in, but all we just need to do is to respect rules and regulations, because WhatsApp groups tend to be very nasty at times when people start posting a lot of things that does not concern the or does not reflect the agenda of the group. We'll do that and then just put our rules and regulations, but we'll generally help everyone. Please, if we submit the information online, are we supposed to do it again in our present towns? No, you are not supposed to. When you do that, that is all. You don't need to do anything again. Low comfort is going to the it's ongoing. I'm quite trying to see if I can pick some questions here. God bless you more and more for your great work. Thank you, Solange. Watching from Cameroon, Yaoundé. Okay, thank you for joining, Indora. Just want to appreciate you. Okay, thank you, Gisbert. Let me see. I'm looking for questions, but I don't know how to send it. Anthony, if I ask for your picture, there is a post where I made that post where I asked that post. I don't know what was the title of that post again. Let me see. There was a post that I made on my. I made a post where I was selecting people, and I made it clear on that post where you can be able to submit your information. I think I made that post on the. Hmm, Okay, now if you go to my page, you will see information. You go about 4 days ago. I made a post about 4 days ago, and I asked you to submit. I said very important information. And then when I replied to your comment under that post, the comment where I asked you to submit your information, you look on that comment, there is a link, there is a WhatsApp link where you will click, and that will direct you to where you are going to submit your picture on that WhatsApp. If I ask you to, if you can submit it using my email or that WhatsApp, but any other method, people have been sending it to me on Messenger. I don't take anything on Messenger. I don't even chat most oftenly on Messenger. So if you send me information on Messenger, I just simply neglect it. I don't even look as if something has happened. Guys, it's a lot of stress. Seriously, you have to understand this. Please just understand. Like, it's so stressful. You have to deal with hundreds of people, and it's not always easy doing that. So let's be able to get simple instructions. Let's respect each other and stop wasting each other's time. Just come in with the information and ask for you, and then go ahead, give me the information and wait. If you don't have a question, ask that question. If you don't have an answer to your question, ask it. No, your hairstyle does not have a problem, Dinah. Yeah, you don't have a problem with it. She's asking about hairstyle. Your hairstyle does not have a problem. Should we just attach the photo or we wait until you ask? Please, Elizabeth, if you are sending information, send everything at the same time plus the photo. If you send an Alaya photo, I might not even ask. I'll just stay me quiet because I don't have time to keep on asking the same questions and every day, time and again. Like somebody will send you, ask the person. When I ask you send information, you send sometimes I just stay me quiet. And then another thing which I want to emphasize, please, please, if I select you to play your lottery and then you send me your information and you play elsewhere, let me know that you have played elsewhere. Or if I play, don't go and play elsewhere again because you already failed. Don't play twice. Don't. So if you send me your information, if I ask for information, it means that I must play. I told you guys that I don't make more than 3 days without playing your lottery. Now, even I've been doing it every day. To most of you who submitted it, I play it the same day and send you back your attestation, your confirmation, or I play it the following day. So make sure that you don't play it elsewhere because if you play it twice, they will receive it, but it will be rejected. They will receive your application, but the application will be rejected. And changing it to a white background will be a problem. Yes, it will be a problem. You can't change it. Okay, Anthony is saying that example, if your name is Kini Anthony to find, the problem is we don't know which one is your father's name. Which one, if your father's name, now if your name is Kini Anthony Tufan, your father's name is Kini, that means that that's your last name. If your father's name is Tufan, it means that it is your that is your last name. So you just have to figure that out because your father's name is generally your last name. And on your birth certificate, if it's this is how it appears on your ID card, if your name appears on your ID card as Kini Anthony Tufan, then automatically Kini is your last name. Just know that it is the opposite. The first name on your ID card is your last name. That is already soft. I mean, very simple, clean and clear. And then your middle name on is your last name on your ID card. Like Tufoina will be your middle name, and then Anthony will be your first name. So this is very clear now. Which name are we used to if we are married and your husband name is on your identity card? Use the name on your ID card. Whether if you are married, use the name on your ID card. Now, your husband's name is usually accepted, even if it's not on your ID card. You are accepted to use your husband's name for as long as you have a marriage certificate to back it up. So you don't have to bother about that. If you can use your in as a married person, you can use your husband's name at the same time at any time. What if you have straight hair? I'll answer that question. Me, I have two names. Yeah, if you have two names, Elizabeth Manka, you have two names, then you don't have a middle name. On that form, there is a place where they tick no middle name. So Elizabeth is your first name and Manka is your last name. So that is very simple. Okay, let's see. Laura, I'm just seeing you are this thing. I say you just got more confused. If you are still here, let me know why you are confused so that we can settle your confusion. It is very terrible. I mean, very dangerous to get confused at this time. So I don't want you to get confused. At the level of education, you have advanced level and teacher as a profession. Will you feel it or it's only for government teachers? No, feel advanced level. You will not feel profession. They will not ask for the profession there. So you just go ahead and feel advanced level. Or teachers, if you are a teacher, there is a place where they call it some or vocational. On that application, they call it vocational, some vocational training. So you can still put that because, or you put it some university courses. You can still go under some university courses. Okay, so if you are married and apply as a couple, and still apply. No, you cannot apply as a couple and still apply single. No, you cannot be the man if you apply as now. If you are married and you and your husband apply as a couple, and it's your husband that applied and put you as a wife, yes, you can go. But if there's what we call the main applicant, the main applicant can never be main applicant twice. So if you are the main applicant, that is all. You don't have to be main applicant anywhere again. Your husband, you are the main applicant. Don't try to submit another application. But if your husband was the main applicant in that application where you submitted as a couple, it's okay. You can still go and play as single somewhere. That's fine. But don't submit as with your husband as main applicant. You go somewhere again and submit as single. You already failed. Your birth certificate shows. Don't even bother so much about this city thing. Don't bother about that. If you were born in Ginicom, you can put Ginicom. It's okay. Even if you put Bamenda or whatsoever, it's still okay. Don't even bother about city of birth. These are things that they will not even have. You will not have issues with. These are information that will not really matter, but you have to put that. Sometimes that you might even leave out city of birth. They will not even worry you because they say unknown. If you don't know, it's okay. Leave it. So, but your birth certificate, put wherever, city of birth, put anywhere. You can put Ginicom, you can put Bamenda. It's just that it should be in Cameroon. As you're a Cameroon, it should be in Cameroon. That's it. And then another person asked that, well, I will let me see that I can take some few this thing here. Please came in late. Is it only white background that yes, it is only white background that is needed. Even if you came in late, we cannot be able to answer all questions. You can always go back to the video and watch. Are not married and you have kids, will you play with them? Yes, of course. If you are not married and you have kids, it's a must to play your kids. This is not even optional because if you don't play with those kids, you will never go anywhere with them. Good evening, so please, my names are now. I'm not talking about names again, Linda, okay? Because I've talked so much about them. What does country of eligibility means? Country of eligibility means the country that you were born in. That's the country you were born in, and the country is eligible because you might have been born in a country that is not eligible. So if you are born in a country now, if you were born, for example, if you were born in Nigeria, or if you are born in Nigeria and then you get married to Cameroonian and you are playing with the Cameroonian, Cameroon will be your country of eligibility because Cameroon is eligible. That is it. But for as long as you are Cameroonian, your country of eligibility should only be Cameroon because it's eligible. So I'm not even supposed to stress asking myself answering these questions to Cameroon. You don't have any problem with eligibility. Laura asks, how do you know you have been selected? You go to the website when it is May next year. You will go to your Google and you just type. You can just put check status DV Lottery 2023 2024. You put check status and then they will take you to a page where they will ask you to enter your confirmation number. That confirmation number that we are sending to you guys is very important. If you don't have that number, then you did not register for DV Lottery this year. Just forget because you will not know whether you win or not. So you must have that number. If you don't have that number, forget. Don't throw it away. Keep it like your ID card. That may be our future. Keep it when we because it's not my responsibility to keep it. Oh. When I play it, I send to you. I don't care keeping it again. It might be in my phone for some time. I just keep it for some days, maybe to clarify, to make sure that you receive it and then you are okay with it, with everything, because that is your future. But know that as time goes on, I will delete everything from my phone. I'm not supposed to be keeping your confirmation number. I have a lot of storage things to store in the phone, so I'm sending it to you to keep it. So keep that number very well. Write it everywhere in the house. You can write it on the wall if you are afraid that you will lose it someday. But that is your private property. Don't just store it in your phone. You can even store it on your email. Some people don't ever have email addresses, so create one. Country of nationality is the country where you had citizenship in. You might be born in Cameroon, you go to Nigeria and become a Nigerian. Nigeria will be a country of nationality, but Cameroon is still your country of eligibility because you were born in Cameroon. So if you happen to have been born in Cameroon and you are nationalized in America or any country in the world, Cameroon will still be a country of eligibility. Country of eligibility is the country where you are born in. Country of nationality or country of citizenship is the country where you moved in and became someone or like became a citizen of that country, but not by birth, but by naturalization. Naturalization means that you naturalize in that country or that you just became a citizenship. The immigration of that country accepted you. You met the criteria to become a citizen of that country. So you are no longer a citizen of Cameroon. You are now a citizen of that country. But that does not, we have a lot of Cameroonians today who are Americans, but not that America is their country. You still remain. You were born a Cameroonian and you will die a Cameroonian no matter where you get your citizenship. So Cameroon is your country of eligibility. Yes, you can apply with that passport. We are talking about passport size photo, Geraldine, not passport traveling document. So you don't need the passport to apply with. If you have a passport, it's okay. But if you don't have a passport, go ahead and apply. You don't need one. Which questions have you asked Miranda that we have not answered? I'm sorry, we not might be able to pick all questions. So let me scroll right down and see if I get more questions I've not answered. I'm not answering questions on picture again. Passport is not obligatory. You don't need a passport. Let me answer that one and move forward. So what info is really needed if you are married? The info that is needed if you are married is just the name, date of birth of your wife or your spouse, and then place where they were born and their passport size photo. That is all. They don't need more information. If even for your children, they just need the date of birth and place of birth, and then they also need where they were born. So you don't even need to bother so much about much information. Emmanuel, I'm going to choose people. I'm going to take more people after the live show. So I don't know if I'll be taking it here, but I'm going to choose more people to help them play, because the ones that I've chosen, they're already getting finished. It's just that I've added some. It's just that a lot of people were like, how do I call it? They sent in information that was not correct, so I did not play for them. But I've taken in a lot of people as well. Yes, you must have advanced level, or you must have 13 years of education in Cameroon. Like if you do not have advanced level, but you have like teachers grade one, or you after O level you went into a nursing school, or you went into did a professional course, that you are qualified to enter for the lottery. But even if you don't have it, and you know that you are in the process of having it, you can still go ahead and enter, because by the time the results are out, you must have had it already. So don't be don't fear about that. No, this is what I'm talking about. She's asking whether, please, can confirmation number comes out when everything is not accepted. Everything will be accepted. That's why if everything is not accepted, they will not confirm. They are confirming that they have received your document, but they have just received your documents. They have not processed them. It has not gone through processing. So when they receive it, the next step will be for the machine to go through the selection and meet which one meets the submission criteria. That is when they are rejected. And at this level, no one is telling you that it has been rejected or not. But you have the confirmation, just that it was received. But it doesn't mean that as received, it will be treated. They just received it, and then they will go through it. The machine will now go through, the normal process to see if your application meets the criteria. So don't get confused between your application being received or your application being accepted. They receive it, and then it has to be accepted that it meets the criteria. So that is what you have to know. It's not just about cheat. It's not about it. So the confirmation number does not. That's what people have been having a lot of issues where you just get the confirmation number. Sometimes you are just excited that no, you have already submitted your documents. Everything is okay, and everything is not like everything is fine. They may accept it, but what happens next is they'll start looking at what they're looking to see if it was okay. And like I told you guys, the picture is the most important. There are a lot of things, but I'm emphasizing much on the picture because that is where that is the most important thing that we should know. I played last time saying that my child is born in 2010 and this year I want to change. No, the Larry Bell. When the information that you submit is not kept in the system, it does not remain in the system. If you like, you submit this year that you are 50 years, and next year you come and submit that you are 10 years, it is not shown anywhere in the system. That information is being discarded. The machine does that is one of the lonely information that the US government does not even keep it. They don't keep it. They don't track records of what you played last year. So if you play a lottery and you even like you play this year with a new name, if you play this last year as if you like you play last year as Elijah Ngong, and then this year you play as Tonai Franklin, that does not matter. You have changed your name, you change it. So the only thing that you need to know is that you cannot always change your picture, but you can change everything about your application. Nobody cares what you put in. Nobody will even look at it. They will not. When they reject your information, they reject it, and that's all. Okay, the WhatsApp group will be very important. Yes, I'm going to do the WhatsApp group. I'll create the WhatsApp group very soon. So what about the situation where you don't have a child yet, and God bless you with a child after playing? Yes, you will travel with a child. That one is on that. If you play now, you don't have a child. Any pregnancy that you have, any child that you have from the day you play, if you play, submit your application today is 9th, and tomorrow 10th, you have a child. That child is part of you. You played with that child together because that child was in your stomach. So you played with that child. You everything that you do now, you're doing it with that child. So if you are pregnant, or even if you get the pregnancy after playing, like you play today, we know that the child usually comes after 9 months. And then if you play today, today is like the 9th. We are in October, and then you are having a child, and let's say the child is going to be coming in by July next year. Like you just have the pregnancy now, and then the child comes even in July next year or August, there's no problem. Yeah, that child is still part of you, because it's not like you should not be able to carry children again because you play DV lottery and you're afraid that you will not travel your child. There is no wicked law like that in this world. You travel your child. You have children without a husband, you play with your children. Yes, providence. If someone has children without husband, the person can play with the children. You don't pass by when selecting those to help submit the application. So please don't pass by. Zita, I wish I select, I can just play for everybody. But I'll be helping, I intend to help a lot of people. Like I'll just be the 70 that I talk about, I'll do more and more and more. So I'll just be doing as much as I can every minute. I'm not resting. Any little minute I have, I keep submitting applications. I keep submitting. I don't rest. That's all I do now till November 8th. I'll be submitting. So I don't care. It's just that there is no way I can help everybody. So I just want to be sure that I'm helping, or I'm using my time to really help. Oh, you're welcome, Clarice. Please can commission. Okay. How it doesn't mean that I still having the same question. What if you are having just ordinary level, but you have, yeah, but I've talked. No, teaching experience does not count, Honorine. You have ordinary level, you have teaching experience, it does not count. A lot of things may count, but not teaching experience. There are some professions that you can do that will count, but experience, if you like, you have teaching experience for 50 years. With an ordinary level, you still need to write your advanced level and pass. So if you're ordinary level, go ahead and play this thing. It's not, it's 1 year to take and have advanced level. You can have your advanced level and be able to travel. Don't let it discourage you. Yes, if your son is 18 years and you want them to play as individual and you play without mentioning them, that is okay. You can still play and mention your child and the child still play as an individual. That's fine. If your child is below 18 years, you can play and mention them. They still play on their own. That will be fine. It will be a double advantage. But all the same, you can still play without mentioning them. That is no problem because the child is 18 years already. So in that case, that is, you can defend because the child actually submitted the application. It is bad when the child does not submit. Can someone who doesn't have an advanced level certificate play? Okay, I already answered this question. No, if your place of birth and name, anything is empty on your birth certificate, Dinah, don't bother about that. That's fine. You don't need to worry. No, okay, she says that accept greetings, bro. If an address has been asked for instead of answer as New Road Junction, Queen, excluding Baminda Town, is that a big deal? That's no big deal. You just go ahead. You can submit that. That does not have any problem. Okay. And then please, I wish to know information number can come. Oh my God, this is your question. No, not die. The question is come out all the time. Okay, I'm just going straight to the last questions now, so that if you have a question, you can submit. I will just if I've not answered your question, drop it now. I will see the question because I'm taking last questions now. I will create the WhatsApp group, Linda. I will just drop the link on my page today or tomorrow. So if you are part of the page, you can just pass through the page and then you get the WhatsApp link and then you join. So the link should be up today or tomorrow. Just make yeah, I'm sure I'll remind myself. I don't know if I have a pen. Oh, I asked for a pen and no one gave me. Okay, I have a pen. Yes, let me just jot it down so I should not forget about the WhatsApp link. Mm, yeah, so I will do a WhatsApp group and then just drop it for everyone to follow. All right. Any more questions? If there are no more questions, let me answer the last few questions that I had from people that sent in. If at all the people are still here. Okay, someone said that I'm in Nigeria. Can I play? No, if you're in Nigeria, you cannot play because Nigeria is not eligible. But if you are married to Cameroonian, you can play under your Cameroonian spouse. Can I play without my family? Yes, you can play without your family. That is if they choose not to play with you and if your children are not um at the acceptable age to play, are already more than the acceptable age to play, and they can be able to play, so it's okay. Yes, you don't have, someone is asking, so what if your passport and your original ID card is not ready, are you able to play? Yeah, you can be able to play. You don't need those documents. You don't need it to submit your entry. Uh, No advanced level, but diploma in secretarial duties. Can one apply, please? It depends. How many years is that diploma? Does it meet the criteria in Cameroon? Is that diploma? Did you have, which level did you earn in school, and how many years did you make to have that diploma? Is it something that gives you up to 13 years of education? If yes, you are okay to play, because it is normally 12 years of play. I'm talking 13 years because of Cameroon, because in US here is the 12 years, the 30 years that we have in the in Cameroon is 13 years. Sorry, the 13 years that you have in Cameroon is 12 years in the United States. I already answered this question. If you go back to my video, Eugene, you'll see it. So I will not repeat answers again. Can one play without any certificate? Already talked about this, so I'm not going to go back. Just go to my questions and you'll see that when you watch the live video, you'll see that if you don't have an email address, you cannot be submitted. You must have an email address. You cannot bypass that place. Create an email. If you don't know how to create an email, come to me. I will help you how to create an email. So it's very easy. I don't know. You need to have an email. This is the very important thing that everyone should have. Can advanced level results slip be presented? Yes. I mean, you don't need to present anything. You're asking if advanced level results slip can be presented. Car, you don't, yeah, you don't, you are not presenting anything. For as long as you have it, it's okay. By the time that you are going, if you don't have your advanced level, you present your slip, that will be fine. Now, document after submitting. Now, someone asking that, can I change information on my documents after submitting my application? Yes, you can change the information, because the information that you submitted, for as long as you are changing that information on your document to suit the one that you submitted on your application. So if you made a mistake on your application, you must make new documents to match up with the name that you submitted in your application, because it has to meet. Okay, then another question through the application. Now, I already talk about this. Play twice. I talk about no playing twice. Sophisticated. Okay, no, in short, I've had most of these questions. I've already answered them in the live show, guys. I think we have been talking for over 1 hour, so I'm really tired right now. If there's no more questions, mm, married but not legally, can I admit married on the form? Yes, Miranda, you can admit married. You can say on the form that you are married if you are not legally married, but you should have to know that by the time that you are traveling, you need to have you need to must have been legally married by that time, because if you are not legally married, they will not allow you to travel. So on your certificate, saying that you are married means that you are legally married, but it's just that fortunately no one will ask you for the marriage certificate by the time you are submitting. But by the time that you want to travel, you provide the marriage certificate, but know that the date does not matter. So if you provide and the date shows that you just recently got married, no one will penalize you for that. Someone asked, please, so where are you located? I'm located on Facebook, Brenda. You can see me on Facebook. That is the only place that I am. So, because where I'm located, I'm very far from you. You cannot be able to, you'll not, if you need to meet me, except you want to meet me personally, like you want to meet me personally, that would be a different question. But now I think that where I'm located, you can be able to see me every day is on Facebook, my page. This page that you're watching this live show from, you can get to me on this page at any time. I'm always here. More strength. Thank you, Lenita from Bob. What if you haven't made your marriage certificate and you want to play on give your name your fiance? Yeah, I've already answered that question. Okay, guys, I think I have to be drawing the final curtains over this live show for today. We don't actually have anything that we should be talking about again. I'm very sure that I have answered your questions. I just wanted to be very sure that I answered most of these questions, because a lot of people are coming in to ask me questions which I think I already answered. And when they ask like that, I feel very disturbed, because I have to keep on going over and over again. And this is the reason why I said that instead of talking to people individually, let me take the time, come here, and talk to everybody at once and make this video so that everybody should be able to ask live questions, and then you learn and we don't get to disturb ourselves again. The question you're asking, Isabella, is you said how long with the diploma? I don't understand. Do you mean how long you had it, or how long you studied to have it? I mean how long you studied to have it. That is what I mean. Now, if you like, sometimes some people go into ordinary level. They have their ordinary level, go again, do 1 year in high school, and then study 1 year to have a diploma. That is already meeting the requirements because you have done made the 13 years that are required in school. But if you just had your first school living and you went and had a diploma, that does not meet requirement. So diplomas that are you have them after ordinary level are usually, most of them are considered. Oh, greet your husband for me, Miranda from Fundong. When I hear that somebody's greeting from Fundong, I feel so excited because it has been a very long time since I visited Fundong, and then I'm having this type of homesick when I hear of Fundong. Greet him for me, and then greet everybody for me in Fundong. I actually miss you guys a lot there, and I hope that very soon or someday I should be able to visit Fundong again and eat original fufu corn and jama, which I've been missing for a very long period of time. Irene says, talking about photo, if we need to play with their children, must they snap two on a? Yes, of course, you have to do that. Everything is the same. Everything now same. You and your picking now they do same. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm going to just shut down this video. I know it's been a very busy day for all of us. We will drop the WhatsApp group, and most of the questions that you are asking will be coming to the WhatsApp forum. So yeah, just drop these questions in the WhatsApp forum, Veronica. So when we create it, please. I'm not able to go to those questions again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I wish all of you good luck as you submit your entries for this DV lottery. God is going to bless you and make sure that you achieve your dreams. We're doing our best and we'll be here to help you. I'm going to give you some nice music to listen while I just jump out of the studio. Again, my name is Christian Gong and I was your host for today. Have a beautiful rest of your evening wherever you were watching us from. Bye.
My eyes have seen, my ears have heard of your mighty deeds and powerful show of love towards me. Good shepherd, good lover. I join the angels to shout out your praise. Idima, idukwe. Onye nemema, imama nezokwe. Idima, idukwe. Onye nemema, imama nezokwe. Oyoyo chimoma, olisabinikwe. There is a melody in my heart unto you. Overflowing joy, overflowing praise. Daddy, all that you do is marvelous. Verily, you are good, Lord. Verily, you are so good. Verily, oh, Anyawututu, Ogali Denelumiri. I join the angels to shout loud your praise. Idima, idukwe. Onye nemema, imama nezokwe. Idima, idukwe. Onye nemema, imama nezokwe. My Jesus, lover of my soul.